This video will help you identify 2 communication mistakes. 2 mistakes that you may not even realize you're making. To me, these are very serious communication errors. Why do I say that? Because they can cause your relationships to fracture in devastating ways. After observing people I know I've noticed. For those who experience divisions in their lives, such as arguing with friends, breaking up with a partner, having a distant relationship with colleagues, or returning home to poor communication and little connection with family members. Whenever there is a division, whether mild or severe, almost 9 out of 10 people make one or both of the 2 mistakes I'm about to discuss in this video. That's why I'm telling you. These 2 mistakes must be recognized and addressed. Doing so will elevate your communication skills to a higher level. From there, you'll build stronger relationships and your personal and professional life will thrive, making your overall life much happier. What are these 2 critical mistakes, and how can you fix them? Let's dive right in. Alright, let's start with the first mistake. This mistake has caused a lot of struggles in communication for many people I've met. For now, I'll call it by a 4-word phrase: extreme kindness. Kindness sounds great, it's wonderful, and everyone wants to be kind. But when it comes with the word extreme, what does that mean? The harm caused by extreme kindness includes a life full of arguments, suffocating relationships, and even losing friends, partners, and colleagues. It happens a lot. Way too much. So, what is extreme kindness? Here's how we can understand it. Extreme kindness occurs when you have genuine goodwill and a kind heart. You want the best for others, but you choose to pressure them, force them, or impose your way on them. Even though your intentions are good, you inadvertently make them feel uncomfortable or stifled. Oh no, this is absolutely something you should avoid in life. Having goodwill is great, and good intentions are admirable. But expressing kindness through extreme kindness in your relationships, that's not okay. Let me give you an example to illustrate. Let's say you're passionate about swimming. You've been swimming since you were a kid and it's made you healthier, more fit, and more relaxed. So you take that mindset and say to your boyfriend, "Hey, when you have time, you should go swimming. It's amazing and so good for your health. Swimming makes you stronger and helps you stay fit. You need to come swimming with me." Hearing that, your boyfriend responds, "No, I don't want to swim. I'm not interested in trying it." I know many of you might react like this, pouting, pressuring, arguing, begging, or even trying every possible way to convince your boyfriend to go swimming. Your intention is good, but your approach is wrong. This behavior is what we call extreme kindness. What should you do in this situation? I'll share in just a moment. For now, I just want you to understand one thing. This kind of kindness can ruin all of your relationships. You might not be convinced yet. You might say, "But swimming is such a great sport. It's so beneficial for health and life. That's why I want him to swim, because I care about him, right?" Well then, let's shift our perspective a little. We'll broaden the view and you'll understand right away. Now imagine your boyfriend is someone who's really passionate about reading. And yes, reading has truly benefited his life in many ways. So one fine day, your boyfriend comes to you and says, "Hey, read books with me. You'll gain so much valuable knowledge that way." In this case, would you start reading books right away? Let's put it into a context. You're someone who has rarely, if ever, read books in your life. All these years, you've never actively sought out books to read, or even thought about reading, even though you know it's good for you. Now imagine your boyfriend does everything he can to pressure you into reading books. He gets upset and even says harsh things like, "You're so lazy about reading. No wonder you don't know anything. How can you improve, succeed, or avoid falling behind?" You feel hurt by his harsh words and offended, so you still don't read. To be fair, in this situation, his intention to get you to read books is entirely correct. But the way he speaks to you, pressuring you, getting frustrated when you don't listen, and showing a negative attitude, makes you unwilling to change or take his advice. Instead, it makes you dislike reading even more. That is exactly what extreme kindness looks like. Many of us are eager to do good deeds. Because of this, we become overly enthusiastic, forcing others to do what we believe is good for them. But sometimes what's good for you may not be right for them. They may need more time, they may need to think about it, and they may need a different approach. When you force them, their reaction will often be resistance, discomfort, frustration, or even finding every way to distance themselves from you. Think about that, okay? Now let's get to the solution. How can you fix this issue? How can you avoid falling into the trap of extreme kindness? How can you help others without making them uncomfortable and even make them appreciate you more? Better yet, imagine not even needing to say a word. They come to you for advice on their own. It all boils down to just 2 words. Be an example. Now, start living a little selfishly. Focus on yourself. Don't worry about anyone else. Do what you believe is good, give it your all, and achieve great results from your efforts. Naturally, others will come to you and ask for advice. At that point, when you share how you achieved your success, they'll willingly follow your example without you needing to persuade or pressure them. Here's an example. Let's say you earn a scholarship at school. You've done so well, and everyone around you is sure to admire you, congratulate you, and some will even ask, "How did you get so good at studying? Do you have any learning methods you can share with me?" When you give advice in this situation, they will listen and follow your guidance. They'll feel motivated and confident because they see you as a role model. That's when you truly help people. If you help by begging others to do something, they won't listen. You'll feel frustrated, and so will they. So from now on, stop being extremely kind. Instead, practice kindness by being an example. All right, now let's move on to the second point. The second communication mistake that many people make. What is it? I'll explain in just a moment. Usually when I meet people, I like to ask them a question as part of my little personal survey. I ask, when you're debating, what do you want most? Naturally, like so many others watching this video, your answer will probably be, I want to be right. I want to win. Okay, I get it. Let me tell you this. If life were simply about right and wrong, things would be so much easier. But in reality, it's far more complicated. In many situations during a debate, winning can actually mean losing, and being right can actually mean being wrong. Are you confused yet? Here's a piece of advice based on my years of experience. If you want to be happy, find common ground in communication and avoid differences with the other person. Conversely, if you want to be successful, seek out the differences. Do that for me. And here's the crucial part. We must always stay alert and clearly understand when we need happiness and when we need success. Remember this well. Let me repeat it once more. Always know very clearly when you need happiness and when you need success. Let me explain it to you. Let's say you're out shopping with your partner and you walk past a bakery. You think brand A's cakes are the best, but your partner prefers brand B. At first, the conversation might go like this. You. Wow, brand A cakes are so delicious. They're definitely the best. Your partner. No way, brand B cakes are better. I could eat 2 boxes in one sitting. You. That's not true. Brand A's cakes have been around forever and they offer so many flavors. You can pick any one you like. Then your partner replies, now starting to get a bit annoyed. Oh, please, none of the flavors from brand A taste good. That brand is so old and there's nothing special about their cakes. Even if someone bought them for me, I wouldn't eat them. What's going on here? What are you two doing? Aren't you supposed to be a couple shopping together? Let me tell you this for sure. In just a little while, the two of you will end up arguing and sulking. Remember what I just said, okay? Let me repeat it for you. If you want to be happy, please find common ground and avoid differences. If you want to be successful, look for differences and downplay the commonalities. Now, in this situation, do you want success or happiness? Be honest. And of course, in such a familiar situation, we want happiness, don't we? Success doesn't matter here, does it? Goodness gracious. Why would you want to win against your partner? What do you gain by winning against them? Sure, maybe you're right, maybe your argument is more logical, but so what? If you make your partner upset, frustrated, and the two of you end up arguing, then you've lost. Winning against the people closest to you. What's the point? Please remember this. Back to the issue. When it comes to happiness, let me tell you, being overly competitive brings nothing but misery. Ultimately, if you're too competitive, you end up never truly winning. Sometimes in happiness, losing is winning, and winning is losing. Before entering a debate or a communication scenario, ask yourself, do I want happiness or do I want success? Take just a minute to think about it, and you'll know exactly how to handle the conversation, the argument, or the interaction. Now let's look at another example. You're in a meeting room, discussing a project, an event, or a product for your company. You have your opinion, others have theirs, and neither side is willing to compromise. For me, in situations like this, I would always engage in the debate. Why? Because in this context, I know very clearly whether I need success or happiness. You need to think carefully and make the right decision for yourself. Because this is a work environment. This is your career. I want success, and I'll only back down if the other person can prove they are better than me. Only then should I follow their lead. We need to be flexible, ask yourself. Success or happiness? That's all you need to do. If you want happiness, then fine. Focus on finding common ground. But if you want success, you must look for differences. In the realm of success, common ground is something that too many people already know and have. It's no longer novel, exciting, or unique, and sticking to it makes success much harder to achieve. But you cannot confuse success with happiness. If you're at home with your family and seeking success, that's a mistake. With loved ones striving for success, why? What do you gain? Sometimes intentionally losing is the smarter choice. To keep this video from being too long and to help you grasp its message more clearly, I'll summarize the key points for you. Remember this well. Whenever you face a communication scenario in life, always ask yourself, do I need success or happiness? And just with that, from now on, you'll always know exactly what to do in any interaction. All right, that's the content of today's video. Simple, easy to understand, and relatable. I hope you've taken away a lesson for yourself. Try applying it to your relationships and you'll likely find life becoming easier and more enjoyable. I also hope this video not only helps you, but also helps those around you navigate life's challenges. Thank you so much for staying until the end of my video. I hope today's topic brings you positive insights and satisfaction. Oh, one more thing. Don't hesitate to follow the channel and leave a comment below. For now, goodbye and see you in the next video.